What's up, guys? Welcome to the Land of Veeam stream.
Hello.
Hello.
I am
We
excited
missed
to be
last
back.
week, but we're back in the saddle. We don't have George, though. George is a father. Congratulations to George. He's a father now, and he's gone.
Father now, and he's on leave from the Land of Veeam stream.
We don't know when we'll get him back, but
What's the parental leave policy here? It's like 5 days.
Hour
right?
and a half.
Oh, okay.
So special shout out to our patrons on Patreon, and
Huge thanks, everybody.
Big
We really
shout out to
appreciate it.
Matt for re-upping on Patreon. And if you join Patreon, we've got some cool things going on, such as the Underlands sandbox. We're part of it, called the Undermucklands, big region, fully kitted out with a sandbox and a map for the Undermucklands. And this month we've got random encounters and some adversaries. In fact,
We're pretty
250
stoked.
random encounters and like over 20 adversaries. So there's a lot of stuff you get, and you can get the classes that James and Peter are playing today, the Tycoon and the Unicorn. So without George, we're missing like a lot of our memory because he writes everything down and we forget everything in the past 2 weeks. So
George is the great chronicler.
He's an okay chronicler.
Hey, Paul, welcome. Yeah, we just explained. George is celebrating the birth of his son and taking care of raising the boy. And so he's going to take some time off while we continue the quest to bring order to the galaxy. But what Ben was mentioning is that George traditionally reads the minutes, including some of the dice rolls, which I will miss. So we're going to do our best to catch up and continue the quest, and George will be back soonish.
So last time James wasn't there, and Chilly and Zaros went down into the sewers to investigate the Undermonger gang, and they met a thief. I forget his name.
Hoops.
Hold on. George is the real. So
Hooper.
It's amazing.
Hooper.
It is. He
Hooper
is.
Primwinkle.
There you go. Hooper Primwinkle. And he's kind of joined you guys, showed you the way to the Undermonger's lair. He had a short encounter with them. And he set up a meeting with the Undermonger.
That sounds right.
Indeed.
I think we set up a
That
meeting
sounds
with
cool.
the Undermonger at the docks because there's nowhere else where you can set up a meeting than at the docks for like same night.
That's true. And you also met Bwag the excavator.
Now, are these the docks in Junktown, or are these some sort of sewer docks?
Docks
That's
in
it.
Junktown.
Okay, part of me was hoping for like a sewer dock.
We're gonna end up going to different docks. We didn't set this up very well.
That's right. Sorry, that was a really unnecessary interruption to Ben's train of thought.
No, I'm just trying to. I don't remember what happened with Bwag the excavator.
We had some additional discoveries. I don't think we shook him down for anything. But I think he told us that the Undermonger will situationally appear different. Sometimes he's big, sometimes he's not big. So the sense that we got was the Undermonger might be 2 people or more in the same disguise.
Ah, interesting. Cunning.
Also, George traded your Riversoar egg for like a whole bunch of potions and recipes and stuff.
Oh, that's good.
I didn't write any of that stuff down, so we just don't have access to it until George is back.
In 2 months we'll come. Classic.
So we said that Buddy was off, kind of talking to Tormac, kind of planning and pulling the wool over his eyes.
Sounds about right.
So what do you want to say became the result of that?
Well, 2 things. I was able to acquire an investment in the Gumball King company from Tormac after wordsmithing some reasons why he should invest in the company. And legitimately, they're an investment. He gave us cop coins. And Tormac is now, he's gone back to his home and he is awaiting reports. I forget exactly what the lie was that we told him.
The lie was that we were gonna turn him into a hero.
Oh yeah, he's waiting for reports on our progress so that he can publish some stuff in the paper anonymously.
It's like the cursed cat of Junktown, who was actually George's cat.
Yeah.
He just wants to look better than his sister. He wants the approval from the people.
That's right. And he's got these grand plans for a PR campaign that's going to really, raise his notoriety with the folks. And whether we return to him with anything or not is still unknown. Because we may do what we got to do and then skedaddle.
All right, so you guys meet back at Doc Popper's and you're being hosed off.
Hosed off. Doc Popper smells nothing.
Zaros has a good reason for being covered in filth. He went down into the sewers, but Buddy, he doesn't explain. You don't explain, I guess, why you're covered in filth. No one asks.
Why are you covered in filth?
Look, maybe I'm not as nimble as I used to be, and I slipped in some filth.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, checks out. That's walking around in that trash heap is dangerous stuff. You got to get up to date on your shots.
Up to date on your shots. Just registered how awful it would be to be climbing through mountains of As he says that, I pull 3 syringes out of my arm. All right, so what are our next steps?
Well, you got this upcoming meeting with the Undermonger.
Okay, all right. We have to we got to somehow figure out who the Undermonger is during this meeting. We gotta either trick it out of him or
our suspicion, George and my suspicion, is that it could be it could be a combo of Tormac, because he would be the short one, and then Gunk, the gator with brains, who would be the tall version. They're both trying to undermine Tabitha.
If it is the gator with brains, maybe we could trick the gator to reveal itself with some tasty treats or something that its rational brain won't be able to wrestle with. Just I'm going to bring a bucket of chum.
You want to bring the lizard brain out of the gator.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So before we go, I'm going to go collect a bucket full of fish heads to something that would taste and smell nice to a gator.
All right. How about you make just a D6 roll?
Oh, I forgot to get on the roller. Peter, roll it for me if you're already there.
I'm there. So there's a what am I rolling?
26.
26. That's a 1. You shouldn't have asked me.
Sorry.
No, it's just a random table.
Oh, okay.
As you're doing this, buddy, you a pair of goblin kids are also fishing on the pier, chewing straw, and they look at you like you're crazy.
Hey kids, how you doing? How'd you like to make a nickel?
What are you gonna give us? A nickel? I don't know what a nickel is. How about silver coins?
Silver coins? I tell you what, I'll give you some copper coins if you can help me fill up this bucket with fish as fast as you can. I need a bunch of fish. Crawdads will do.
All right, mister. We were about to push you in the river, but I guess we could do you a solid.
Sounds fantastic. And I'll use my magnate ability to give them a patch of copper coins.
They adeptly do it. They are good fishers, and it takes them just a few minutes to fill up a bucket.
Fantastic. Everything's going according to plan.
Hey, thanks, mister. This is real good stuff.
I high-five them, and then I go back to the unicorn and say, I'm ready for the gator. What should we do to try to trick Tormak into revealing himself? If it is Tormak.
Would I know anything that Zaros has a bad relationship with Gunk?
Maybe I could, you know what? I have an idea. Maybe we could say like, oh, there's a big story that's going to come out about his sister, that she's a hero for dealing with the cat or something. And that we're going to trick Tormak, and he has no idea, like something that would make him fly into a rage.
We're trying to play the Undermonger against Tormak and Gunk separately.
Yeah. Just to get them to reveal themselves, and then we'll get them.
Yep. It's a good plan. Couldn't go wrong.
Of course not. Of course not. I believe in my rolling of ones when it counts. What else do we need? Are we ready to rumble? Could we go do it?
Yeah, dude.
All right, I'm prepared. I put on a suit of plate mail just in case. I have this
wearing plate mail.
I have this plate mail that I discovered, and I never need it. But I figure,
When you're near a body of water, definitely put on some very heavy armor.
When you're near a gator, survive the first hit.
All right. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go wait until the meeting starts. Head over there.
I think so.
All right. It's nighttime. You head to the docks, and there you see an entourage of cloaked figures. Hello.
Yes.
What do you do?
Is there any way that I could get a sense of who they might be?
It's the Undermonger gang.
With the Undermonger, or?
Hard to say as you guys are approaching. It's a bunch of them.
Okay.
They're all wearing cloaks, like patchwork cloaks.
Patchwork cloak. Okay, I'm going to emerge from the darkness with my bucket of fish. Undermonger! We've come.
One of them in the front says, "What is it you want to talk about?"
Well, there's a conspiracy happening in Junktown, and I'm gonna like kick over the bucket and then like do a Larry David, like eye him like really closely.
Another one says, "Don't waste our time. What is this bucket?
Well,
Got in there."
it's a gift. It's a tribute to the Undermonger, as I see that it has no effect.
As you're talking to him, different ones are speaking. He says, "What is this, a joke? Giving a slop?"
Not slop. These are fresh fish. Besides, the real gift that we have to give you is information about a big something that's about to happen in Junktown. We figured the Undermonger might want to pay us handsomely to find out this information because it could change the course of the power struggle going on in the city. Or we could just walk away.
I thought you had something better than this.
Than the fish? I do. I just told you. I got it all. I'm going to say Tabitha Tower Top is about to release a story that she is going to save the city from a terrible beast. A terrible cat beast. And we're helping her publish it so that we can destroy Tormak. And she will be able to rule over Junktown as its own city outside of the what do you call it? The county.
Fleabag County?
Fleabag County. Sorry, everybody. I swear I know what Fleabag County is.
Another one says, "How do you know all this about Tormak?"
Because
And
Tormak is a fool.
Tabitha.
And we tricked Tormak. We know that Tormak wants to look good for the city. And we tricked him because he's an idiot.
Make a trickery check.
Watch, it's like not Tormak or the Gator. Like we you know what? That is a 7.
You hear a grumble.
Hear a grumble.
In response to this, no one reveals anything.
Maybe did one of them grumble, or is it the Undermonger? We don't know which one's which.
Yeah, it's like all of these different people are talking.
I'm gonna glance at Peter and specifically at Peter, not his character. No.
I glance back.
It works. To see if he can identify who grumbled, like which one is the one. Who are we getting at?
Yeah. I can make a roll for that. Is that going to be like a perception?
Yeah.
That's a 6 flat, but I'd invest a quest point into that if it would help.
It won't.
It will not help.
It's a 6 through 8. It's success with a twist. You see who it is. It's someone in the back, sort of in the middle. Not a huge person, but you can't really tell exactly who this is.
I would get frustrated then and take a step forward.
Yes.
Some of them in the front kind of take a step back.
That's amazing.
We came here to speak to the Undermonger. Where are they?
We're the Undermonger gang. You're speaking to us.
Yeah, but who's in charge? Clearly, you're not in charge.
We are in charge. Yeah, we're in charge. Why would we reveal who the Undermonger is to you?
I like want to fire one of them, but they're all like
Yeah.
the same gang. They're all like operating the same way. Because if you don't, because I'm holding a thermal detonator and I take out a blasting charge. And I say, because I'm holding a thermal detonator. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Make an intimidate check.
Please. Oh. Oh no.
What do you pull out instead of the thing that looks like it could be a thermal detonator?
Yeah, so that it is a 0. I pull out a mallet. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna roll it because I didn't roll my.
I think whatever you pull out, they just bust out laughing in unison. Every single one of them.
Oops.
This is pathetic. Here's my advice to you, one of them says. And then another one continues. Stay out of our business. Stay out of the Tower Top's business. None of it concerns you.
Well, Peter, I failed.
They said stay out of the Tower Top's business.
Yeah. Oh. So then the Undermonger is a Tower Top, I say. You're fired. It is. It's got to be a Tower Top.
You can believe whatever you want to believe.
I'm just gonna stare at the one that grumbled. Tormac.
I hope it's Tormac. It would be so good if we call him out.
Do you want to use an ability or something? Do you have something in your back pocket?
I've got all kinds of cool things in my back pocket. Let me just look at all of the things in my back pocket before I make a selection.
Wow. The random thing I pulled is a blasting machine. Like, what are the chances of that? 1 in 400, I guess.
Yeah, I have penetrating gaze, so let's do that. That probably makes sense.
It's perfect.
Yep. Once every session, learn or invent the motivation or desires of an NPC. And that is a perception check. So let's see if I do any better. Yep.
Yes.
Oh, that's a D8. My bad.
Oh,
no. Can we just say, all right. That's not as good.
What's your total?
4.
Okay.
You said 6 to 8 though, right? Could I dump 2 quest points into it?
Sadly, no.
Okay.
So it's a failure with a plus. You can tell that your gaze is making this person uncomfortable, but beyond that, you can't glean anything from it. And then that one specifically says, "Let's go. Let's get out of here. This was a waste of time."
How many guys are there?
I know.
It's like a dozen.
Like a dozen?
Like a dozen.
That's too many.
We can't throw down. I can't fight, man. I'm weakling.
As they start to move, you see that one of them is kind of huge. He was like crouching a lot, and once he starts moving, he's like a big guy.
You know what? I am going to try to fire that guy.
Fire?
Yeah. I mean, hire. Sorry. I'm going to try to hire that guy. What do I roll?
Probably going to give you disadvantage in this situation. What are you going to say?
What are you doing with this outfit? Don't you want to make some real money? Come work for me. Come on. Work for us. I'm a magnate. I'm the Gumball King.
There's no future in undermongers. There's a future in gumballs.
There's a huge future. He's not
All right.
a deal. I guess I'll do. It's not really intimidating. I'll do trickery. Come on. That's a 12.
I said I was going to give you disadvantage.
Oh, he did. Come on. This will be 12 too. Hey, that's a 10. That's a 10.
Nice. As the other group starts to leave, this guy turns around and says, "I'm listening."
I'll give you a bonus too, and I'll give him the other magnate pouch, the copper pouch. Your first task, help us grab the Undermonger.
It's not that simple.
Is it not? You don't know who the Undermonger is?
I want more money.
You want more money? All right. I'll toss him a pouch of silver coins also.
Follow me.
Okay. All right. I'll follow him. I'll look at Peter and be like, okay, like keep an eye on this guy, but this is happening.
Yeah, if he's leading us into a dark alleyway, I'm on edge. I'm on alert.
Yeah.
He does lead you through several dark alleyways. And he seems wary. And then he lifts his hood, and he's an alligator.
He's the gator. See, I'm gonna be flabbergasted and be like, "You weren't into the fish."
I couldn't just eat it right there.
Did he bring it back with him?
He's like stuffed some in his pockets before going down the alley.
Listen, this is bigger than you know.
No kidding. I eye him up and down. What's going on? What's with the Undermonger? Tell us the spiel.
They just hired me. I took the money.
But what do you know? What are they trying to do?
They use me when they want to wear that costume, parade around.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at the cloak that he's wearing and see if we could copy it and infiltrate them.
Yeah, it's not like a super complicated, and it's not a uniform. It just looks like everyone is different patchwork.
Got it. Okay, good to know.
He says, look, I recommend listening to them. Don't get too involved. There's big money involved.
Well, we're in deep now.
There's some big benefactor.
Big benefactor. Do they know who the benefactor is? Or is it all done in secret?
I don't know.
but you think your buddies do, or
They're not my buddies.
your coworkers.
I'm just getting paid. I don't go around terrorizing people.
You're civilized. I understand. You're like us. That's why I hired you. In fact, what we would like to do is stop them from terrorizing people, and you may be able to help us.
Will you keep paying me?
Of course.
Because this is good money.
It is
I've
good
got
money.
big appetites.
I'll pay you next week, your next installment.
Look,
but you've got
if
to
I
do
don't
something
eat,
this week.
I get angry.
I like fish around the ground for more fish. Like, so, no problem. I got a whole bucket of fish that you can eat, but you're gonna have to do something for us. You're gonna help us sneak into the base, like wherever their hideout is. You're gonna help us sneak in because they still think you're working for them.
I am still working for them.
He's a very literal creature.
Was this not exclusive? I mean, was this supposed to be exclusive? Because I can't sign this exclusive deal.
We didn't have time to draw paperwork. I apologize. We'll do a full negotiation. Not now, but
I prefer it under the table.
Okay, makes sense for tax purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, got it. What about dental? You don't care about dental? You look like you got good snappers in there. Look at that.
I've got something stuck back here. Ah. If you could pull it out.
Someone's arm. I will. I'll reach inside and see if I can't pull it out.
Make a metal check.
I'll use a quest point and make it a 6.
Right. You
Your
get
hands
it out.
also just smell like fish. You reek of fish.
You take 4 dread as because like every second you're like if his jaw like moves a little bit, you think you're dead. I mean, you might have soiled yourself, but
it's leaking through the armor.
But you pull it out and it says, "Ah, that's good." What is that? A bone?
Yeah, I want to examine like what it is.
It's a thermal detonator.
I should have set it off.
Hey, what's up, No Clear?
Hey, No Clear, welcome. Yeah, George is on leave. He just had a baby, and so he's
George is the father.
George is the father. This boys can swim, so he's going to be with us in the future. He'll be back, but he's taking some time off.
Yeah, it's a sharp bone. It might be, could be a boggle bone. You're not.
It's like a 17-year-old big fame hunter. It's been there for almost 2 decades. Okay,
take it back to Doc Popper for analysis.
Yeah, we will. We'll take it back to Doc Popper analysis. Doc, who was this guy? All right.
I'll consult my dental records.
Where did you find this? This person's been missing for 11 years. Okay. I think that what we should do is infiltrate their gang to learn who the Undermonger benefactor is and utilize the gator to do it. This is Gunk, right? This obviously it's Gunk. He's got the thinking cap on.
Yeah.
All right, and then out of earshot of Gunk, I'll say if it hits the fan, we just got to knock that thinking cap off, and he'll be 100% gator.
What?
Nothing. You look great. I like that. You look great, big guy.
Zaros answers also quietly. I don't know if it's better if he's 100% gator.
You think you might be right, but if we got to pull the pin on that grenade, we'll know when.
If you want to make this happen, I want more money.
Okay, you'll get your money. In fact, I actually don't have any more money on me. I gave him everything I had.
Gunk, you're smarter than this. Why are you scrounging for cash?
Like I said, I have big appetites. If I don't eat, I get angry, and I become uncivilized.
Well, this benefactor is real rich, right?
Supposedly.
So don't you think we might be able to find some coin if we infiltrate that base? Huh? If you help us in, there may be a lot of riches that we can repurpose. What do you say? You'll get
From what
30%.
I understand, the benefactor hasn't ever visited the lair. Sort of a remote thing.
Interesting.
You must have your suspicions.
How good at trickery are we? Could I pretend to be the benefactor? Is what I'm wondering.
Well, I have a -1 trickery.
I have 1, so I'm in the bonus. I'm not a genius at it, but I could potentially do it.
I've heard it's a tycoon.
Well, I'm a tycoon.
Are you?
I am. For all you know, I could be the benefactor. Which is why I hired you to be our bodyguard. Because I'm an important guy. And I can fill those appetites really, really effectively.
Wait, boss, I thought we was your bodyguard.
Shut up! No. We got some new blood.
Are we being replaced?
No, of course, the Rocco. Modern life. You guys are so dear to me. I would never ever replace you.
You should always
who
be
else would
looking.
carry my luggage?
You should always be looking for other opportunities, just in case.
Don't listen to him. Gunk. Let's go. Lead us to their lair, and I'll take it from there.
Right now?
Why not? You got big appetites. What are we waiting for?
All right. It's the middle of the night. You guys are gonna be pushing your limits here. You'll have to make a vitality check.
I will do it. Ooh.
Zaros is a creature of the night, so does he get a bonus to his vitality check?
I'll give you a +1 in Junktown.
Nice. So that's an 11.
Nice. I got a 7.
All right, you're both okay for this next portion of the day.
Zaros will let you on his back if you're feeling tired. That might actually help the disguise.
That's not a bad idea. And I'm wearing armor. I look like a knight tycoon. But I'm not strong enough to get onto your back. So Rocco and Modern Life have to. I can't stop saying Modern Life. Rocco and ML Heifer is his name.
You changed his name to Modern Life. That's pretty good.
Well, it's Modern Life Heifer. That's his.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's it.
He goes by ML.
Yeah, he goes by ML Heifer. I'll have them help me up onto Zaros's back, and we will triumphantly. I'll do my best to triumphantly emerge into their lair with Gunk.
Well, you head into the sewers, so it's not very triumphant. It's actually,
just like the clop splodge, like squish.
Gunk says, "Listen, don't do anything stupid. Don't
I'm
say
not gonna-
anything dumb like you did back there.
Oh, you can count on me. I'm not going to say anything dumb, but make sure that you earn your pay. If they don't treat me right, no one's going to get any money.
Look, there's bound to be someone in there who knows the truth.
I'm counting on it. That's how we'll unearth the Undermonger. Because I may be able to trick everyone but that person, and that person is they're gonna flip out, and then we'll know who it is.
All right.
I also will toss Gunk some brass knuckles, just in case.
Are you
Not
gonna
that you need them.
Are you gonna go in there and tell them that they passed the test
Yes.
because they didn't accept your offer at the docks?
Yes. They passed the test. And now I've come personally to keep an eye on the operation and take it to the next phase. And they should all be excited because soon Junktown will be ours.
Hoops. Forgot about Hoops, but he's been hanging around. And he says,
Shooting free throws.
Zaros, I think I might take my leave at this point. If that's okay with you.
You should do what's right for you.
Okay, yeah, then I'm gone.
But is what's right for you best for this city?
See, now you got my brain all twisted around and doing circles, and I don't like that feeling.
You could be a hero, Hooper. You could be what this city needs.
Wait, do you really believe that?
It's like I told you before. You've got something good in here. He's gonna tap his chest with his hoof.
Love it.
He's gonna stick around. He doesn't explain why or what, but you keep hearing his little footsteps plodding in the puddles behind you.
Man, I hope nothing bad happens to this guy. That'd be a real bummer.
He hasn't completed his training.
So Gator boy, Mr. Gunk, he starts barreling through the tunnels of the sewer. Looks like we're losing James here, but
Can you hear me?
yeah.
Okay, I don't know what happened to my camera. I'll fix it.
And he says, I gotta cut them off so it doesn't look weird. And he what are you guys wearing? You guys are just yourselves, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so he rejoins the group. And he looks back at you guys to see what you're gonna do. They're heading into the lair.
All right. I gotta summon up my.
We just meet him at the front gate.
Yeah.
The front gate. All right, everyone's piling in. They see Gunk and they say, "Where'd you go?" It's like, I got lost.
I'm gonna say he didn't get lost.
You'd have to shout it because they're all like, talking to each other as they're getting.
You know what? I'm gonna slow clap to get all their attention. I'm just gonna be like, Well done, gentlemen and ladies of the Undermonger gang. Well done. You passed the test.
They slowly turn around. How'd you get down here?
I've always been down here, seeding your organization with the proper funds to do my bidding and to help us all rise from the sewers to take over this pitiful city and rule it with an iron fist. Who's with me?
Some of them look at each other, confused.
Have you forgotten your benefactor? The great tycoon? It is I. And Gunk, he is my plant. Isn't that right, Gunk? And I look at him with intimidation eyes. Like he has to play along.
Let's see.
You're making it really hard for him to be non-exclusive at this point.
I would say intimidate check.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I apologize. Wow. Oh,
He kind of like sinks back.
that's the spirit. Blend in. Blend in. But I've come to at last for the final phase of our grand operation. Who wants to know the details? Who wants to fill their pockets? Who wants power and glory?
All right, make a trickery check with disadvantage because Gunk did not back you up.
Come on. Okay, that's a 6. That's a 6.
Okay, success with a twist. Some of them are taking the bait. And they take off their hoods, like, because they're just kind of in shock and they're looking at each other. And one of them says, they're looking back to everyone like, is this real? This is real, right? This guy is like real good with words and stuff.
Oh, I am more than good with words. I'm good with pulling the strings. And I'm gonna take off my own helmet because I'm in plate mail and reveal that I'm Buddy Boubet, the Gumball King. I have been deep undercover as the Gumball King when truly I am the Undermonger. I don't know if that's how the gang works.
What do you mean?
Is the wait? I maybe misinterpreted. Is the benefactor is the Undermonger, or the benefactor is giving money to the Undermonger?
Yeah, it's the latter.
Okay, never mind.
I think it's a good move, a good power move, just to declare yourself the Undermonger.
All right, I'll roll with it. See, because that will piss off the real Undermonger. No, if I win half the gang, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be like, because I am the real Undermonger.
I knew it. I knew it. And then, 6 of them start going over to you and trying to shake your hand and stuff.
I'll shake their hands enthusiastic and be like, "Ha ha! Yes, at last."
But one of them staring at you, you can't see their face because they're hooded, but they just look like if you could see their eyes, they'd be seething and boring a hole in your brain.
I'm gonna say, who dares not remove their hood in the presence of the Undermonger? This is the final phase, what we've all been working for, where we can finally reveal ourselves to the pitiful world above. And I'll point to that guy.
Lies. It's all lies.
Deceiver. Who says so?
I say so. I am the undermonger.
I'm going to charge that guy.
You lie.
And then another one says, no, I am the undermonger.
Wait, maybe this is how we destroy them. Like they they all declare that they are the undermonger.
And then those two look at Gunk like expectantly, and he says, no, I'm the undermonger.
What do you got?
Are they trying to do a Spartacus thing right now?
Yeah.
Or do they just stop after those three guys?
Those are the only three who are doing it. The other guys are like, into James.
The group that's into me, I'll be like, see these pitiful pretenders amongst us? This is why I had to come, to root out those that would stop us from our glorious plan. Seize them!
No one seizes them. They're just like really confused. They're going, wait, were we supposed to do that? Were we supposed to say I am the undermonger? Oh, crap. And others say, they look back at you expectantly, buddy, kind of like unsure of really if they should attack.
I don't want you to attack. I'm gonna like change my tone. Like, no, we're not gonna. We're all buddies here. They're supposed to take their hoods off. It's supposed to be this big thing, the revealing of the undermonger, the revealing of our plan, which is to take over the city. I've been pumping money down here. The least you could do is give me some pageantry. I wore my suit of armor and everything.
Make another trickery check.
Ooh, let the rolls be better. You know what? I can make that a 9.
All right. The ones that you swayed start moving over to the undermongers that Spartacus themselves. And it looks like there's going to be a throwdown because even if they're not trying to fight, they're trying to unhood them, and those guys aren't having it. Gunk looks at you guys, shaking his head.
Shaking his head disapprovingly, or like he doesn't know what to do?
All of the above.
The hoods. I'll just be like, the hood's got to come off. Come on. I paid you a fortune. Let's see. I wonder if I can use wheel and deal.
Well, you guys are, let's say a conflict is starting. They're fighting each other.
This worked out pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, them fighting each other doesn't hurt. I think that we should zero in on the one that was scowling and see if we can't capture him, like you and I, in the chaos.
That's a good plan. We could also take the hat off of Gunk and turn him into just a real giant gator.
That's good, just because that would be amazing. Is that the only reason that it would create such chaos?
Just trying to stir the pot at this point.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like it.
I think I like your idea more. I don't want to. That feels ethically strange to remove a creature's sentience like that. So
yeah, I hear that, but in a pinch.
In a pinch. Look, if it's got to happen, it's going to happen.
In a pinch, because he's not exactly a nice guy. He's already threatened to eat us twice. All right. He
doesn't want to eat you, but he has big appetites.
He's got big appetites.
Hungry.
He's got big appetites. He's a monster.
Okay, so what are you doing in this conflict?
I think I would say the first guy that called us out down here, that's the guy that we should probably target to try to kidnap and take somewhere else.
I am going to raise my
Okay.
two-handed sword expectantly, and the two of us should charge him.
I could perhaps dazzling aura that guy
Oh, interesting.
to freeze him up, and we just pick him up like a statue and run off.
Yeah, that's awesome. Your ability to run off, by the way, like your ability to like be a unicorn is so valuable right now because I cannot express to you how not fighty I am.
Zaros is having to fight every one of his instincts to run away at this moment.
So I'll paint the situation. You've got the guys that James swayed who are, trying to grab those three, including Gunk. Gunk is using, it seems, all this power to not just destroy everyone. And so if you were to go after that guy, you'd have to plow through these other people too.
It's a straight up cavalry charge then. Let's do it. They're gonna get knocked on their butts.
I think I would give you disadvantage, but you'd go before, fighting.
What do you think? You want to try?
Sure, yeah. Disadvantage to plow through these guys.
Yeah, and what are you imagining? How are you imagining you grabbing this guy?
Well, I figured Peter would,
just like
leap
impale
and run
us
through
the chest.
Wow.
Yeah, pick him up like a shish kebab.
Shake him to pieces in the air. I was gonna just like lean over and like grab him as Peter rolls by.
Oh,
Like grab him by the collar and like we can drag him off.
okay. All right. Yeah, disadvantage to athletics over there, or if you were to use your.
Can I use Swift Hoof to not have a disadvantage? Is this a feat of extraordinary athletics? Okay.
Oh yeah, that's the ability was built for this.
So let's see. That is a 12.
Wow, amazing.
You bound through and you knock some guys over. Buddy, can you pull him up?
Should play more like might.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try to grab him by his collar and pull him up over the horse. 9, buddies. You rolled something. Disadvantage.
You pull him up. He's putting up a fight. He actually pulls out a dagger. Meanwhile, you see Gunk starts like flailing and like knocking some of the guys over. This guy's gonna attack who, buddy?
Okay, I'm ready.
What's your defense?
My defense is -1, and I'm wearing heavy armor.
All right, hit
So I
with a
get
counterattack.
+2 block. Counterattack. I wonder if I should like headbutt him. I will do it.
Is that going to knock both of you guys out?
He does 8 dread to you.
Oh boy!
Shoving a knife into your back.
I'm block +2. But that takes me out.
You also have your guards. Remember.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Emil Heifer is going to take a blade. What do they? They roll D6.
So
dread
6
block.
would knock you up.
6. Well, it's. I'm going to do their D6 block, and then I'd be okay if I roll well. So 2, and then is it +2 to that block for the armor?
Yeah, so you'd be blocking 4.
Be blocking 4. Okay, I'm good. I'm at 5. 5 courage. And I critically missed my counterattack. Rolled a -1.
Whew.
I think I should tumble off the horse. Is what I should do. Slide across the ground, and my plate mail sparks like coming off of me.
Yes. Let's go with that. You tumble off the horse. This guy is still on the horse, or I should say, unicorn, because you're not just a horse.
That's true.
That's my disguise. Is just being a horse. Do I notice you fall off my back?
Let's go with no.
If no,
We
then-
did it, buddy. We did it. It's like find yourself alone, like 600 yards away.
yeah. If not, I'm just going to carry on down the tunnel.
All right, let's jump to the next round. You dashed off the tunnel, buddy. You're maybe 20 feet away from the fight.
I'm gonna attempt a parlay with the guy.
With what guy?
The guy I was trying to grab.
Well, he ran off, and Zaros is fast.
I guess I just pick up my stuff and head that way. I take an extra second to get the sword over my shoulder, and then I'll go head after him.
Zaros, you get stabbed.
That's fine.
What's your defense? I'm gonna give myself because you have no awareness of this.
Yeah, I have a +0 defense.
All right, that's a hit with a counterattack. You can
Yeah, man.
respond. You take 1 dread. As this
courageous.
knife just like slices your neck in the back.
It just takes off some neon hair.
No, he shouldn't have. He shouldn't have done that. All right, counterattack. What do I roll to attack?
D12.
Attack.
That's helpful. Oof, that'll do it.
Yeah, I just over my shoulder. Hey, take it easy back there.
I think you kind of buck and you end up tripping, falling flat on your belly.
It would be embarrassing if anybody saw that.
I saw it.
Have I gotten far enough so that we've like caught up with Hoops?
Well, Hoops
He's now long gone.
with you. He stayed.
Ah. Where's Hoops now?
He's fumbling to load a crossbow.
He's likely in the shadows.
All right. I think it would be a good character moment for Hoops if he was able to disable this guy.
He comes out of the shadows and slits his throat, and you guys win.
You taught me everything I know. Don't call me Hoops. Call me Shadow Hoops.
Single tier. Single tier.
He said, as he slits his throat, he says, "Swish." From downtown. Razzle dazzle.
Boom shakalaka.
He's on fire. Losing Peter.
All right.
Oh.
So, Buddy, you come running. You see this situation. That both of them are on the ground, sort of flailing. Hoops jumps out of the shadows and attacks the Undermonger fellow. With a critical hit.
Hoops is doing work.
You hear like a shriek, like from someone who isn't used to battle. Ow! Ow!
I thought you would have said the Undermongers revealed when their head rolls between our legs. Which would have been should be incredible. But ow, it's better.
Don't stab me. Don't, please. We can work this out.
We should gather around and surround him. Do you yield? That's what knights say.
Yes, you idiot. Yes.
Reveal yourself.
Just give me the dignity to do it. Come on. He shows it's Tormak.
Tormak. Thought you were better than this.
You thought I was an idiot.
Was it you when I said your name on the docks? Did I guess right?
What do you want? Validation or something?
It just would be it'd be really cool if I was right.
I look at Zaros and I say, cuff him.
Listen, we can work this
Zaros
out.
looks at his hoofs and he doesn't know how to do it.
Right away.
Now the time to work something out is over. You've been terrorizing Junktown. That time has come to an end.
It's not over, you idiot.
Oh, it's over.
I'm just a cog. A big cog. But this is bigger than me. It's bigger than you.
Well, maybe if you spill the beans, we can help you get out of this and come on top.
Then get me out of here.
We will. I'm gonna
You hear the splashing footsteps of the other Undermonger gang. Hurry! Get up! Run! He gets on the back of Zaros.
Okay, let's run out of there and then see if he knows who the tycoon is that's funneling money.
I can only carry 2 riders.
That's
so
okay. I have a bunch of escape abilities.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my runaway proficiency.
Hoops says, "I'll meet up with you guys later."
Zaros is going to give him like a very serious look and just say, "You did it. You're a hero."
Thanks. I'm a hero.
a touching moment, but that one beat before he escaped led to an arrow, like suddenly striking him in the back. To add to the tragedy of Zaros. I will avenge you, brother.
No, we've entered that era of Batman comics.
All right, I'm gonna roll advantage on running away to get out of here.
All right.
Wow, I roll a 24. It's amazing. I'm like 6 blocks away.
Okay.
Where were those rolls earlier?
We never said we were meeting up, did we?
Doc
No.
Hoppers.
Poppers. You going to Poppers?
Doc Hoppers from the Muppet
Doc
Show.
Hoopers.
Doc Hooper.
We're going to Dennis Hopper's place.
What are you guys doing here? Just practicing my lines. Super Mario Brothers.
The entire way, Tormak is like complaining about how much it hurts, like his stab wound, and he like says, "Am I gonna die? Oh my god, am I gonna die? This is bad."
If you don't spill the
It
beans about
hurts.
who the tycoon is, you will.
It hurts. God. Why did I do this?
He's like such a sniveling coward.
All right. I'm not talking until you admit that I'm not an idiot.
Look, I don't think you're an idiot. We just said that to get your fire up, so we could figure out who, if it was you or not.
Look, it's my plan. But
Who's the benefactor?
yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of him, a guy named Krog.
I look at Zaros.
Krog.
He's got lots of money.
Do you have any proof of this?
Proof. I talked to him.
More than that, do you have anything in writing? Any
No,
ledgers?
like I said, I'm not an idiot. So we met at a party, you know.
When
Struck
are
a
you?
deal.
When do you think you're going to be meeting with Krog again?
Nothing scheduled. He just pumps the money in. He's got his relationships with all the sordid criminals of the world.
If we could
He
prove,
supplied the gang,
if we could somehow prove
led
that,
the recruitment, made it all easy for me.
Well, Tormak, I feel like you're going to be our bait.
Look, we don't have to fight anymore. You know, we we just let water under the bridge. You know what I mean? My secret. You guys want to cut or something?
I want to prove that Krog is behind this financially. And, I'm
Why?
cool with you, Tormak, but it's really her that you're going to have to, or him that you're going to have to deal with. And I'll point to Zaros, who is standing in the shadows with glaring eyes, defender of Junktown.
Kick my heel a little bit.
What? Look, horse guy. This is a family conflict, and I don't think a unicorn is really involved. This is between me and my sister.
Well, what if we told her what was going on down here?
That would be a mistake. I mean, she's gonna. You know what she's gonna do, right? She's gonna make this town her own corporation, basically. You're gonna be separate from the entire county. See, I got more love for the people than her. Okay, this whole Undermonger thing. Yeah, there's some, casualties along the way, but it's all for the greater good.
Oh, I see. How does that track with you, Zaros?
Just like a big like inhale and exhale of breath. One of those classic like angry horse moves, you know?
Look, what do you want? Ancient coins? Look, I can invest ancient coins into your business. The Gumball King.
Yeah, ancient coins, dirty Krog money.
Look,
Our
You
business
know
is
that-
justice.
now you know that thing that we were talking about with the gumball machines on every corner. I can do that. I can make it happen. Just got to keep going along with my plan and rest in control of the city from my sister. I mean, we're close. We got a shaking in the boots up there.
As he's pleading with us, I just like walk away.
Where are you going? Hey,
I got what I needed. I'm gonna take down Krog. And we're gonna have a chat with your sister.
how are you going to take down Krog?
I'm 200 yards away now. He's crying out in an alley.
Wait, don't tell this to my sister.
He's
Hey.
Denzel Washington in Training Day.
Back here.
Where's my money? We leave him to his own destruction.
Yeah, I'll leave him saying like, your sister's not going to be happy. You should leave town while you have a chance.
His face just goes white.
And that's how Tormak became a campaign villain.
Make an
6 years
intimidate
from now.
check to see just how he reacts to that exactly.
It's really just useful advice. That is an 11.
That's a
All right.
quest pointer, man. Make that a 12. Make
All
him
right,
change forever.
I'll make it a 12.
All right. You are sure that he is going to leave town. If you had rolled poorly, he was gonna, launch a gang war.
Wow. Oh, glad that's averted.
Just for my own recollection, part of the reason
Mhm.
that all the rats were up at like city level was because of the undermongers below, right?
Yeah, like rustling up the rats, get them out of the sewers.
All right, yeah.
And
So
it's
that-
also sort of like a seasonal thing. You'll
Yep.
see more killer rats, but it's been a really bad.
Yeah, killer rats always come out during monsoon season in Junktown. Sewers get flooded, rats come up, they eat all the locals.
Circle of life.
Every
Circle
year. Yeah.
Every year.
That's probably a good place to end it, right?
Yeah, no, that was fantastic. Fun. Krog. Should've known.
Krog.
He's got his dirty fingers in every pie.
Any way to make a buck, you know what I mean?
Any way to make a buck. Well, that was super fun, guys. Should we do XP?
Yeah, let's do it. You complete a quest. You discovered the Undermonger.
Classic.
Counter a new critter creeper. No. Significant NPC encounter.
Tormac's kind of a creeper.
Yes. 2. Solve a problem in a creative way. I think so.
It was a pretty good. It's a pretty good con getting ourselves down there.
Yeah.
Get into peril or hijinks.
Yes.
Yes.
Always.
Travel, no. Explore. Already been there. So that's 4. And then did you build on a relationship, personal quest, ideal flaw, etc.?
Not strongly.
I'm not sure if we ever clarified our relationship, did we?
I don't exactly remember it. Oh no, I wanted to help promote you to be the defender of Junktown,
That's right.
which I don't know that we built on that, but we did do it. I finally did my ideals and flaws. Criticize someone powerful, the Undermonger. Well,
Yourself.
Tormac, I guess, is not powerful, but kind of is.
He's powerful.
And then make peace between two
Stuff like
sides.
that.
I didn't really make peace between two sides. Like Gunk, maybe, but no, not really.
Nah, Gunk
He's not. He's a force of
Gunk
nature.
wasn't pleased with how that ended.
No, he was difficult to wrangle because he's a gator with a thinking cap. In hindsight, probably not the guy to hire, but it's definitely more comical.
I mean, it worked out.
Yeah.
In the end, ultimately, although it's the end hasn't come yet. There's still more to do.
No, there's just like a few less Undermonger gang members because he has big appetites.
Do I get a point for pursuing my personal quest, even though I wasn't aware I was doing it at the time? It's lay low the tyrant Krog, who threatens the very balance of our world.
I think so. You've
You've like torched the Undermonger gang. that resource has gone to him now.
Now there's like 3 Undermonger gangs. There's a schism, and each gang has like 2 guys.
Yeah, that'll be the next campaign. It'll be like the balance of power and the scrambling for control of the sewers of Junktown.
It'll be like Police Academy.
Police Academy 2.
Yeah.
Bobcat,
the Undermongers.
Bobcat Goldthwait does sound like it would be a character in this game.
That would be amazing.
I
think like maybe like my mother's name was Jughead.
All right, let's end on that note.
All right, folks. Thanks again for watching the actual play. And if you're interested in Land of Eam, check out landofeam.com. You can download the quick start guide for free. You can still pre-order the game from the back kit with Exalted Funeral. And we should have some updates about the game coming very, very soon next week.
Indeed. And I'm just realizing I might not be able to stream on Saturday next week. I don't know if we could finagle something, but
I might actually be out too, so that would be
okay.
Convenient or inconvenient.
Well, conveniently inconvenient.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. And we will be back, I would say, on the 19th of October. Until then,
Bye-bye
now.